Hi Virgo, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm doing your weekly messages for the next, your general messages for the next 2 weeks. And I've already pulled the Oracle card, so we'll get straight into it. First card out, you got Imagine. And it says here, illusions and wishful thinking rooted in a sense of lack have entered your life. Now may be the time to see things as they truly are and not as you hoped or imagined they would be. Release any fear, then envision anew. Perhaps you are anticipating that something fearful might happen and recreating that image of disaster over and over in your mind. The universe responds to such projections, so be aware that this catastrophizing, be aware of this catastrophizing. No matter what illusions and awfulizing are a misuse of the imagination. Oh my word, sorry Virgo, are a misuse of imagination. Clear the inner slate and stay grounded, stay real. Only then can you truly have what you desire. So you might have it's a bit of Pisces energy there is what I'm feeling, kind of like Page of Cups. You might kind of have your head up in the clouds a bit, and maybe just not in a super realistic state at the moment, which is completely opposite of how you are, Virgo. But there is a lot of things going on with the planets now in September, so that could have something to do with it. But also I feel like you are replaying a situation in your head that's like some sort of fear of yours, and if you keep replaying that, what the warning is here is kind of like, if you keep replaying that in your head, you're actually going to manifest that into reality. So try to kind of like clear the slate and then kind of start anew and start envisioning anew, but ground yourself first. Like get back into your earthly Virgo energy. Then we have the fixed moon, and it says hold your vision. So there are two main possibilities with this card. The first is that you need to stand firm in whatever situation you're in. The second, very different interpretation, that something is stuck. That could well be referring to the situation you're asking about. If that's the case, have a think about what you can do to grease the wheels so that events move forward. Are you being stubborn? If so, that's great, because if you really want things to change, there's a solution. Stop digging your heels in. Be the one to break the deadlock. With two interpretations for this card, it's up to you to decide what's going on and which meaning applies to you. This offers up a chance for some self-reflection. Yes, just say the word a lot and see how it feels. Staying power, faith, or presence are needed. Someone needs to back down, avoid stagnation, and a personal or professional relationship will be enduring. So, like it says in there, you have to decide for yourself, what does that mean for you? Does that mean that you're stuck in a situation, or does that mean that you actually need to kind of stand firm in the situation that you're in? And then we have Frog Spirit, and it says clear out the clutter. So for both Imagine and Frog Spirit, they both fell out in the reverse, so I'm reading the protection messages from them both. Then we have, so it says, what's weighing you down? It's time for a spiritual and psychic cleansing. Are you overdue for letting go of the voices that surround you? They may have started to get in your head. These voices can bog you down and keep you from leaping forward into a better situation. Let others croak and create their dramas while you make space for yourself and for hearing your own thoughts as they arise. Declutter your schedule and stop trying to do it all and then some, which is very true of you, Virgo. You guys are always constantly on the go. Let others manage their own baggage rather than allowing it to be dumped on you, for your lily pad needs to be clear of others' clutter. Frog Spirit may also come bearing a message about your physical space. Do you need to hold on to things because you're afraid of losing your energetic connection to the past, to people who are no longer in your life, or to goals you never pursued? Or you could have these items around because you would feel guilty if you got rid of them. Are your storage and living spaces stuffed with reminders of what you are not, when they should be holding only objects that reflect who you are and aspire to be? If something is no longer making you feel joyful, empowered, and excited, Frog Spirit is telling you to let it go and free yourself to leap forward into something new, trusting you will always have what you need. So it's about letting go of things, material things around you right now that are, like, maybe, for example, this is completely just an example, right? But let's say you have like one of your ex's hoodies and you're wearing that hoodie, or you just have it in the back of your closet or whatever it is. Maybe that's something you need to get rid of. Like maybe that's something that's like tying you to them that you feel like that's, that, that I couldn't ever get rid of that type of thing, but it is time to kind of clear that out. Something as small as that, not only the physical stuff, it's saying your mental space, don't take on other people's dramas or try to fix their problems, or don't let them kind of dump on you. Now's the time to kind of work on your own stuff right now. Okay, so let's see, what does the tarot have to say for Virgo? Okay, so I want to see what are the messages, what's coming in from Virgo, and what does Virgo need to know for the next 2 weeks. Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups, we have the Star, Aquarius energy, Three of Pentacles, we have the Hermit, that's your energy, Virgo, Page of Wands, the fire signs, Knight of Swords, that is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Sorry, that's Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo, if you didn't know what the fire signs are. Three of Wands, Page of Swords, more air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Sun, that's Leo energy. And then bottom of the deck, we have the Devil, Capricorn energy. We have the Two of Swords, and we have the Tower, Scorpio energy. Okay, so Virgo, things at the bottom of the deck, these are things that either you don't see coming or things that are happening in the shadows. And with the Devil happening here, this is some sort of shadow work that you're needing to work on, something you need to release from. What is it that you need to release from? It could be, a toxic person. It could be toxic emotions surrounding people in your life. It could be addictions or obsessions. Maybe you're overthinking something, or, maybe you're going out and drinking too much because you're trying to kind of, that's your version of having fun, or you're trying to cover up something else. Whatever it is, there's something that you need to release, and only you know what that is. The Two of Swords is a feeling of feeling stuck with the fixed moon here. But also the feeling of a stalemate, which could also be the fixed moon. So it could be your stubborn energy, if that's what you resonated with here in the fixed moon. Or it could be that, like you and another person are in a deadlock in some way. Or it could be that this is the feeling of feeling stuck because there's a decision to be made here. And I feel like you're avoiding making this decision, number one, because you're a bit indecisive, and number two, because you're scared of what happens once you, come out of this unrealistic state. You need to go in yourself and meditate in order to kind of make this choice of which way or which path is the right way to go. And the Tower is like, if you don't make this decision and release this toxicity, and you stay stuck in where you are, basically the Tower is always about divine intervention. Something is happening here, huge unexpected change, where that it might feel a bit destructive and chaotic. If you don't, move or do something that the universe is pushing you to do, if they send you all the signs and you still don't do it, that's when you get a Tower in your life. And the Tower is always a need for, it's a huge, big change in your life that can feel unsteady or unstable. But it's kind of it needs to happen, because you can't actually go into your new life if you're not saying goodbye to the old life. And that's what the Tower usually represents. It's the death of the ego as well. So with the Page of Wands being here, there could be someone new in your life, maybe a younger fire sign, or just someone who's a bit fun. Excuse me, Virgo. Someone who's a bit fun, enthusiastic, someone who is it kind of takes a childlike wonder, let's go, let's be adventurous, let's have fun, that type of energy. So you could be dealing with that type of person, and it could be a new person altogether, especially with the Page of Wands, or it could be just a new path that you're going down yourself, where you are going to be excited and happy and adventurous these next 2 weeks. The Ten of Cups shows me that it either has something to do with your family. Maybe it can actually be a child that you're related to or in your life. It could be your own child, or maybe a niece or a nephew, or something along those lines. Or it could even be that, you know, this is surrounding your family, that there's a new beginning here for you guys. You could have been in a very stable, happy commitment quite recently, and having a good time, like being very happy, seeing them as your happily ever after in some way, building something along with this person, like trying to kind of like work together to kind of build something. Or it could even be that, you know, you guys valued each other very much. If this has to do with work, it could even be that like this is something that has been very fulfilling for you, but now it's time to kind of build something with someone else, with this Page of Wands, and start a new path. Three of Wands, I do see you having to be patient here. So coming from this energy, right, of this happiness and this family energy or fulfillment or whatever it is, working as a team, that type of thing, it kind of seems that there's like either this person that you're working with is like you're waiting on them for something, or it's kind of like this person that's a new person in your life, you're having to kind of be patient and see what they do before you make any sudden moves, but you are planning ahead and seeing what the future holds. You might even be needing to travel in some way. You know, you could be at a distance from someone, but it's kind of like the energy of needing to wait and see what happens and plan. And then we see the sun being here. So the sun is about, you know, ultimate happiness. It is for, you know, bringing in clarity into situations. There could be communication coming in, but it's just feeling a very positive, joyful time, where you'll be optimistic, you'll be happy, you'll be, you know, shining the light on others as well. Like, you know, your own positivity, you might bring that to other people. So something good is going to happen. We will get clarifiers, so don't worry. The star here is in your kind of 3D world. So this would usually have to do with like your career or your business or something like that. But put it to whatever situation relates with you. Like I said, it is Aquarius energy. And what the star is it's about being optimistic. It's about your wishes coming true, and like being able to wish upon a star and keep that positive energy. Because I think one of these said, I think it was this one that said, like, if you continue to kind of think in your fears and think like worst case scenario of what's going to happen, you could manifest that. So it's kind of about being optimistic about the situation. And I know Virgos, you know, even if you are optimistic, it's kind of like cautionally optimistic. So if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. But just try and have a positive mindset about the situation, even if you do fear it. Because I do feel like that you will be able to get what you want as long as you remain positive and work towards that. There could be a need for healing as well. Healing some sort of issues surrounding careers or surrounding businesses or something like that. Like maybe we will get to clarify, but let's say, for example, maybe you've been that type of person who kind of moves work a lot and you don't kind of settle into one job and stay there type of thing. It could be about that. Not that the star has anything to do with that. That's just completely an example. Then the Hermit here is about, it's in your relationships and your connections and your feelings and stuff like that. So I do see you maybe isolating, spending some time alone. Again, a need for healing here in some sort of way, needing to gain the wisdom that you need before you can kind of like come out and again shine the light on other people, to maybe to reflect on their healing, on their inner work. So I do see that that's probably why the frog spirit is here. It's saying that like you shouldn't be taking in other people's dramas right now. And if that means that you have to isolate and spend some time by yourself so that you're not taking on other people's stuff, just so that you can work on your own internal work right now, that's what you need to do. You could be in separation with someone right now as well, but it's kind of like, I feel like with the universe is kind of guiding you down this direction because there's some sort of healing work that needs to take place within yourself. The Knight of Swords, this is in your thoughts and your values and your ideals and that type of thing. So the Knight of Swords is about, you know, you're wanting to kind of rush things. Maybe you want to kind of communicate with someone and you're wanting this person to kind of like, you know, just speak to you, bring some sort of clarity. You might also have a little bit of anger. surrounding you when the Knight of Swords is around in your thoughts. You know, you could be thinking about something over and over again that's making you super angry and being like, oh, you know, this person just, you know, I need to kind of tell them exactly what's on my mind. You know, that's the type of energy with the Knight of Swords. So just be careful that you don't kind of spit out any harsh words or something like that. That could be, you know, where you're being a bit stubborn or something like that card was saying. And then the Page of Swords is about gaining new insight. It's about gaining new knowledge. So there could be something new that you're trying to learn at this time, or could be, you know, a new path that you're looking at where you might need to kind of get some more information about someone or something, a certain situation, before making any moves. It's a time for kind of like introspection, a time for learning, and a time for just understanding things better before actually taking the actions. So maybe there's some sort of research that you need to do on something. The Page of Swords as well could be about communication coming in. So if we have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords and then the Page of Wands, it could be about like someone actually just like rocking up at your door, with the Three of Wands as well. Or it just could be like messages coming in, going, you know, receiving something and then kind of like analyzing it and taking it from there. So let's get some clarifiers, because it's a very general read. Okay, so I want to see, what is the Page of Wands? We have the Queen of Wands. So there could be someone that you is coming into your life. Could be, again, a fire sign, is very likely an Aries, or we have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So could also be an earth sign, which is a Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo, like yourself. These are two feminine energies. So it could be that, you know, there is a new path here, a new person coming into your life that you might be highly attracted to. But maybe you're committed elsewhere, or it could also be something to do with, you know, a need. It could even be some sort of friendships that are taking place, that you're kind of connected with two people right now. One who kind of grounds you and nurtures you and that type of thing, and another who kind of like lifts up your confidence and kind of shows you how to be positive and that type of thing. But these are two people here, so there could be a choice between two people, but I don't see any choices besides the Two of Swords of needing to make a decision in that way. I just feel like you need to kind of build on your own self-confidence right now, and also build on, you know, your well-being, and look after yourself at this time. So what's the star? With the Page of Wands. Two Page of Wands coming out. So there could be a new person, like I said, that maybe that you're working with in some way, in some capacity. Otherwise, it is just messages going back and forward about healing some sort of situation. We have the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Things are gaining momentum. So there's a new path coming in, something that it's time to get excited. This is very fiery energy, you know. So, and I know earth and fire don't, you know, go too well together, but it's kind of time to get excited, time to start moving, time to bring in this change, this tower that's happening. It's going to bring you a lot of wish fulfillment, but it has to do with going down a new path, or dealing with someone new altogether. And then what's the Hermit? The Hermit and the Devil, right? So that's basically, the Devil is, like I said here, it's about some sort of toxic emotions or unhealthy habits or something, obsessions or addictions, or something that definitely needs healing here. It could have to do with codependency, since it is in the placement of your connections, and you might have like a codependent relationship with someone, or maybe you just kind of like, if you're in separation, you're obsessively thinking about this, like you can't stop thinking about it no matter what. You're like, they like what they do, their actions, the way they speak, whatever happens with them, they're kind of controlling how you even feel for the day, and not on purpose. It's like kind of you giving them your power in some way. And I feel like this is a time for you to heal that within yourself. Give yourself what you feel like you need from that person, to try and release the bond that you guys have. Like, and that's not the good bond. That's like that tie, like that bondage that they have you under, to be able to release that, to heal yourself and to make yourself happy and move forward in that type of way. Justice. Things will be made right. This is the karma card. So this is saying, like, right now it's time to focus on your side of the street. It's time to kind of clear out your own clutter, clear out your own head, clear out things around you. It's about, you know, trying to still remain positive, which is very difficult if you're going through something like as heavy and as intense as the devil. You know, that you're focusing on healing right now. It is very difficult to stay optimistic about something like this, but it is saying, like, stay optimistic, but also kind of put in the work towards this. Balance will come, you know, fairness and equality is going to be the outcome of this situation, but, you know, and someone will come in and make things right if that's what needs to happen. But what you need to do is you need to focus on you right now. You don't need to focus on what this connection is bringing or balance or anything like that. It's about balancing yourself right now. So what's the Knight of Swords? Six of Pentacles. It could be that you felt kind of like breadcrumbed by someone in the past, or you felt like, you know, you put in a lot of effort into something and didn't get the same back with the Knight of Pentacles. But also things have been very slow moving with the Knight of Pentacles. This is your energy, Virgo. So it's kind of like someone who's consistently putting in effort, but like very, very slow. Like there's nothing, it's kind of so slow that it's barely even looks like it's moving, you know. And you're kind of like, well, I'm sick of waiting. I'm getting impatient now. Like, you're coming or you're not. Like, what's the story? So that's the energy that you're in, and you're kind of wanting this balance of this person to kind of bring their energy and their hard work to the table, so that you don't feel like you've been giving to the connection so much, and that they've kind of maybe even been running from it. So it could be about that. If this is about work, it's kind of about things moving very slow and you needing to get help from someone or assistance from someone to kind of pick up the speed. So what is the Page of Swords here? We have the Moon. Okay, so this is definitely about you're not seeing something right now. Something could be hidden from you. There could be illusions that are getting in the way. It could be your own fears that are stopping you and getting in the way. And you're feeling super emotional at this time, so you're not being able to see things clearly. The Page of Swords is like a need to kind of, like I said, reflect, like get some sort of knowledge, get some sort of insight before moving any something forward. So there's something that's not being shown to you right now, and the only way to do that is to kind of, you know, gain that knowledge to be able to move forward. It will bring you to abundance and prosperity. Like maybe you could be having a very good time financially once you gain this knowledge and kind of get out of this hidden realm, but it is also about, you know, commitment, stability, marriage, if that's what you're looking for, you know. Maybe you're just getting to know someone, but your fears are kind of like stopping you from that, or like past relationships of like things that you've needed to heal is like being brought into this connection, or like the mirrors being shown to you of things that need to be healed in some way. But it is just a new start here of gaining some sort of knowledge to be able to bring you to the Ten of Pentacles. So what is the Sun? With the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Page of Wands, and we have the Page of Swords. So the ones that is missing is the Page of Cups. Sorry, Virgo. With the Page of Cups being missing, that's probably meaning that there's either an apology that hasn't actually been said that's required for this situation. Could be you that needs to apologize, where it's said in here that, like, you know, you might need to apologize for something, or it could be that you're waiting on an apology from someone else. I don't see that person bringing you what you want. It might be that you need to kind of look at grounding yourself first with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. But that could also be, if they don't bring you that, that's bringing you some sort of clarity, and you're able to move on with or without them. And then with the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, this is movement forward. This is about, okay, I'm not sitting and waiting for this message anymore to get this clarity. I'm going to live my own life. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to get out of this energy. So you are moving forward. Sorry, I don't know what is going on with me today with my voice, my coughing, like everything's just happening all at once. Okay, so let's see. So how does Virgo feel about their person? Yeah, look, apology, forgiveness, return, and sorry. And it came out in the reverse, and so that makes me feel like this apology, you've been waiting on an apology from them and they haven't brought it in, and that's why the Page of Cups is missing on this table. So it says shocking, turmoil, trouble, and unexpected. So that's the Tower there. Maybe you've been through like a shocking experience with them. Maybe you were shocked by what they did, and that's why you're like, I can't believe that they haven't even come in to apologize yet and to say something to me, to ask for forgiveness. So let's see, what does Virgo feel for their person? We have perspective, better off, happiness, and clear headspace. So I did mean to ask about how does your person feel about you, but I did say, that was for you. So I'm going to leave that there. So maybe you're feeling like that's how you're going to be feeling by the end of this week with the Sun, getting your own clarity without them contacting you in some way, and being able to kind of, realize that you can actually move on yourself or move forward yourself without waiting on them in some way. Like you're going to continue to live your life with or without this person or this apology that's coming in. And then we have conflicted, so decisions, hot and cold, and multiple choices. So yeah, there's definitely a decision that you're kind of feeling stuck in and not able to make. You're feeling very conflicted with which way you should go, and I feel like the path you should go is just kind of like let this person go for now. If they, that saying, let them go, and if they come back, then they're yours, but if they don't come back, they never were. So I'm kind of like getting that with this energy as well. So let's see, what is Virgo's person's feelings for Virgo? We have intuition, heart song, telepathy, and inner knowing. So they feel like there's a strong connection with you that's kind of like the High Priestess, right? So they feel like there's a very strong connection with you, and they do like feel you, even though if you guys are apart, like they can feel like your energy in some way, and maybe like if you're holding on to them with that devil, that attachment, that bondage, they kind of know that they still kind of have it in the bag. Maybe they feel like they do want you, right, with the longing, craving, aching, and wanting here. So they do want you, they do long for you, but it's kind of like they feel that energy from you as well with that devil card. They can feel the energy of you kind of holding your grip onto them, even if you're not even talking right now, even if you're trying to let them go. I think the thing you need to focus on is releasing the grip rather than, having to release the person, because I feel like you're gripping on because you're worried about letting the person go and what could happen, like kind of not wanting anyone else is what I kind of get. So what is the outcome? Second chance, reconciliation, making amends, and opportunity. So it could be that this person will come in and apologize, but the outcome is the second chance. So you guys do want to kind of reconcile in some way, even if it's just been a little argument, if you guys have been in separation or something like that. But even if you do get back together, it's kind of saying like, if you don't heal this devil energy, or you do get back on a good page, the devil energy is going to keep showing up and keep showing up. It's something you need to work on, because look, clinging, holding on, obsessing, and spying, and that is that devil energy. Like I said, it's like that bondage, that holding on in some way, that needs to be released in order for you guys to have a healthy relationship. And if the relationship's not healthy, it's not, it's not going to last, and you do want something that's going to last. So let's see. Okay, what's coming in for Virgo this week, this next 2 weeks? Okay, so we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. We have flirt, extend a light-hearted energy to others. And we have past life relationship, you have known each other before. Bottom of the deck, we have make the effort. Create great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So I feel like the effort needs to be made on yourself right now, so that you can kind of bring in, like, the effort. I feel like it's kind of like you need to kind of, put yourself out there in some way for sure, because there's flirt and romantic feelings. So if you're starting to kind of like get feelings for someone and maybe it's someone new or something like that, then like put in the effort towards it. Otherwise, if it's about you two together, maybe you need to make the effort here about if you've been in that stubborn energy and at a stalemate type of thing. Like, it's time to kind of let go of that and get out of the stuck energy and put in the effort towards it. So there's two separate situations that we're talking about here. And then we have past life relationship. And this is basically saying that, you know, there's a very deep soul tie here. So they have been here to kind of like, you know, maybe there's lessons that you learn lifetime after lifetime, and maybe each lifetime you haven't learned the lesson because this devil energy is still here, so you need to release that in some way. Okay, so let's see. What did Virgo's person say to Virgo if they weren't holding anything back? We have, I couldn't let you get close to me. Okay, what else? We have, I left when I saw you with someone. These are usually for people in separation, by the way. And we have, I love you unconditionally. Bottom of the deck, you were the best thing in my life. So, and that's the thing, I feel like when I read you these two, it's kind of like, you're like, but why? Why wouldn't you let me get close to you? You left when you saw me with, when I saw you with someone, you're like, I wasn't with anyone. Like, what do you mean? You know, that's the type of energy that I'm getting from you. And then this one, I love you unconditionally, and it's kind of like, that brings you joy and happiness, and that you were the best thing in my life. That also brings you like this, like, oh, well then maybe I should, you know, I should stay, and that type of thing. And that's not saying that you shouldn't stay, but it's saying that that's your attachment to them. Like, if you can love them from a point of detachment, that would be the best thing for you. So I would really look up, like, maybe on YouTube, of, you know, those kind of detaching meditations and that type of thing that would really help you at this time, because we have the devil showing up twice here. So Virgo, that is what I have for you for the next 2 weeks. I hope it resonated. Please do give me a thumbs up if it did. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys again either next week for your love readings or the following weeks for your general messages again. Take care.